new subscribers, all of the individuals who are watching and liking my videos on Instagram as well as YouTube. I really do appreciate you guys, and also all of the people who are learning with me and asking questions and leaving comments. It really does provoke my thinking and trying to find those answers for you guys, and more importantly, we're in this together. So again, I am not an expert on chakras. I don't have any formal training on chakras. I just want to preface that. However, I'm a learner, I'm a researcher, and I'm a person who really, truly believes in expanding self and doing that in a multitude of ways. So thank you guys so much for all of your support. We're going to keep it short and sweet. So I'm going to highlight a few things that I really liked about the root chakra. What are some of my thoughts and feelings, as well as some things that I found really challenging or not really for me, or kind of feel a little awkward. Maybe not at this stage of my life, but maybe at some point may be important. So we're going to jump right into it. So first and foremost, I'll start off with the things that were a tad bit challenging for me. So I posted a meditation. It was a small snippet of a meditation, but I posted the full meditation. It's here on this YouTube channel. If you want to see it, I'll link it down below. And I will also show you guys where that is. But with that meditation, it is very hard for me to sit still for more than 5 minutes. And in that meditation, although it was only 4 minutes, I found my mind just going all over the place and trying to redirect my thoughts back to my meditation, back to my thoughts, back to my visualizations was very challenging for me. So, but meditation for me was one of the hardest ways to really engage my root chakra. The other area that I found a little bit tricky was doing the exercise. So again, I exercise very frequently, so the bridge is nothing new to me, but being able to visualize and activate my root chakra was just a little bit challenging. It felt a little weird. Not that I could not do it, it just felt a little weird. So those were the two things that made me somewhat uncomfortable, but I'm going to continue to meditate, and hopefully as we progress in this series, we'll see some changes. The things that I absolutely love was creating my altar. So I posted a picture on my Instagram. If you have not seen it, please go and view it. It is I Am Developing CO on Instagram. Again, I Am Developing CO on Instagram. And as I told you guys in the previous video, it was a little bit difficult selecting items, but once I was able to get in the mindset of what do you want, Andrea? What do you want to do with this chakra? And what are some things that can represent what you want to do? And it wasn't until when I typed it out on Instagram that I was like, oh my God, all of these things are perfect. So trusting my intuition as I was selecting my items, it was a little bit rough. It was a little bit difficult. I was like, I don't even know how this really works with this root chakra. But once I was able to type out the meaning, I was able to give life to that particular item. I was able to give life to that particular journal or notebook or stone that I was using. And it was based off of what I wanted it to mean. So don't worry about if anybody understands what your altar is. As long as you understand it, that's all that matters. And I left it up for an entire week. So every morning I would see this altar that I created, and I would take a moment, even after I meditated, I would take a moment and to kind of reflect on each item. And of course, the journal that I had, I would write the answers to what I also loved, which were the questions in that journal. So the questions for me allow me to get my brain working. I was talking to a friend last night, and the beautiful part about it is I sent her the questions, and we kind of talked through how these questions just at least jogged our memory and our thoughts, and what really are we doing to support ourselves. So it was very intriguing to be able to look at some of these questions and think, what have I done for myself today? How have I rewarded myself today? Have I lost some connections with people, and the connections that I currently have with people, are they out of obligation, or are they genuine, relationships that I want to have in my life? And reflecting on that, a lot of things are out of obligation. A lot of relationships just in general are because they're your sister, or they're being your friend for forever, or it's your ex-boyfriend and you just don't want to let them go. But in order to find some stabilizing thoughts, some stability in your life, you have to determine what is important for you, and the tribe is what the root chakra focuses on. Your ability to find protection and love within yourself and within the people who make up develop your tribe. So people cannot just be there out of obligation. They have to be there to give you something. So I love the questions. I love the affirmations. I love utilizing the different stones. So again, I have a tiger's eye bracelet already. But I use this particular stone, a hematite. I think that's how you pronounce it. But this was in my on my altar. So keeping that close and near. And sometimes, so if you are looking for something, if you want to know what worked for me, follow those portions on my page. When I post the questions or the affirmations, take your time. Write out your answers. Don't make it, don't make it simple. Give yourself at least 20 minutes to think through these things, uninterrupted time, which can also be seen as a form of meditation. So truly inspiring to me. Some things I want to highlight about the root chakra is I posted about archetypes. Oh, I can't talk today. I posted about archetypes. So archetypes are really just stories and myths and things, or stories that have been, you are finding yourself in a place where you are not being accountable. If you are finding yourself in a place where you are still overly concerned with what people think about you and fitting in, again, it's all about your tribe, right? And if you're finding yourself altering who you are to fit in spaces, then you are more alongside the victim archetype. Like you are playing that role in the story versus the other side where we want to make sure, or the more supportive side is we want to make sure that we are lending credence to our motherly nurturing side. So we all have that nurturing ability, whether we're male or female, or however you identify, it absolutely matters not. The root chakra is all about stabilization, protection, love, and care for yourself and for the people around you to provide that. And if they do not provide that, they have to go. They cannot stay. They cannot be people who are in your life just because it's not going to, again, conduct the energy that you want to allow for that chakra to stay open. You're going to find yourself compromising. You're going to find yourself tailoring who you are. You're going to find yourself, when you feel like something is right, you're going to do the complete opposite, because the complete opposite is usually what everybody else deems as the right thing to do. So keep that in mind as we continue to go through this series. Each chakra is building upon another. So your root chakra is very important, that you are able to stabilize yourself and you're able to find yourself in a place and in a space where you're that protection and that love that you are giving to yourself, that nurturing, that you will always be there. You will be there to support yourself. You will make the best decisions for yourself. Again, you are the expert in your life. Not me, not cousin Kiki or mama. Mama is not the expert. Mama can give you some help, but mama is not the expert in your life. You are the expert. So you have to build upon trusting your instincts. You have to, let's say, this is what I always tell my friends. You got to present yourself. There's an opportunity that presents itself where you can go with your intuition, or you can go with, whatever else is going on. The common, decision, or you can call your mama, your sister, brother, cousin, and figure out what you need to do. Start small. Go with what you want to eat today. Don't eat what your partner wants to eat just because he wants to eat it. If he wants steak and shrimp and you want ramen noodles, start there. Select ramen noodles because you want it. It's what you want. Start small, making decisions around the things that you feel and is more in tune with who you are. Again, and you will only continue to attract that energy. You will only continue to conduct that energy. And the more you do it and you find out and you see like, wow, that wasn't that bad. Let me try something else. So let me try picking a movie that I like instead of just letting Netflix and chilling and just scrolling through and letting him or her choose whatever you want to do. Try stating, hey, no, this is what I want to do. This is where I want to go. This is the job that I want to apply for. Start small and build upon those things so you will be able to see or you will be able to build that trust within yourself that you can make the right decisions for yourself, and you are the expert in your life. And in the times that you know for sure that you're unequipped to make a decision for yourself, make sure you have some peers and some people around, but good, supportive, helpful resources. And that's not always people. It could be a book, it could be a podcast, it could be this video, it could be your mentor, it could be something that you saw on Instagram. Make sure you utilize the right resources to be able to guide you in the right direction, and not just going back to the same people and the same individuals and the same solutions that you've always done. For me, that was the biggest thing that I took away from the root chakra, is that you are important. You have the decisions and you have the opportunity to make the decisions that you want to make, and trust and believe that they are the right things. Aside from this chakra, something that I believe in, and it's a part of I am, is that again, you are the expert in your life, and therefore anything that you do when you choose you, it has to be right. Life has to be right. It has to be. It doesn't feel right in some instances, and some people may not like it. But the more that you choose doing what you want to do, doing what makes you feel good, the less that you have to compromise with friends, family, etc. The less times you choose other things, and the more that you choose you, the more that you will feel whole, you will feel complete, and you will be happy. You will have a glow that people talk about all the time. You will start to believe that you are important and you got this. It's not smelling yourself. Confidence is important. And then that's sometimes my issue with certain, forms of religion, or certain parts in certain religions, is that all of the credence is given to another individual, where you are taking steps and making these decisions on a day-to-day basis with whatever resources that you have. But there's some you in there. That's you. And if we don't uplift each other more in that, we will continue to look for answers and support in other people. And not everybody is out looking for your best interest, or your children's, or your mom's, or your aunts. Okay? Not everybody is gung-ho for you supporting yourself, believing in yourself, being there for yourself. So I have been a firm believer. The more you choose what you want to do, the more spaces and places that you will be in that other people already like what you like. Other people already do what you do. Other people are already on board with what you're on board with, because they're in the same place that you're in. Let's take a relationship for an example. If you like going to the movies, meet somebody at the movies. Don't keep meeting nobody down at the club on Tuesday night because you really don't like to go to the club. I have been a victim of that my whole life. I would do things just because other people wanted me to do it. And I'm a Libra, so I'm all about balance. And I'm all about not rocking the boat. So sometimes not rocking the boat means, it's cool that we do what you want to do. But I had to challenge myself. And I am challenging you to say, at least once a week. At least once a week. And that's what those questions were about. It was about you finding some solace in you. So at least what I will leave for you on this video is at least once this week, choose something that you want to do. Choose something that feels good to you. Choose something that feels right. Not that you know is right, that you know is easy. Try to really think about and channel what feels good. Are you smiling more? Are you excited? Are your palms sweaty? Do you have a little bit of anxiety, but in a good way? Are you, getting dressed early to go to this particular event? Did you get your hair done to do it? What gets you excited? What gets your mojo going? Those are the things that you should be involved in. And if they're not, let's evaluate it. Let's write it down. Let's see how we can either adjust it or move it. And if now is not the time, we'll put it on the list, but we'll take care of some priority things. Your root chakra has to be open for your sacral chakra to really be able to work. Because if you think about it, if you're not confident in self and you're too busy worried about what other people will think and fitting in with other people, it's a lot of spaces and places where other people will not do what's pleasurable to them because they still are in that mindset that they're here to please everyone else. So you got to be confident enough to step outside of your friendship circle or your friendship box or your comfort zone to do something different. And not everybody is going to be down with it. most people are not going to be down with it at first until they see a difference and a change in you and what you're receiving in your life, and then they're going to want to be a part of it, and then you're going to be ready to give it to them. So if you have not learned anything today, I hope you guys again learn to take care of yourself, trust yourself, try to tap into your intuition, get stable, get financially stable, get mentally stable, do all those things for stability or in areas that you may lack, so we can move forward on this journey.